So what do you guys think right now Zach is doing?
This is what I think. I think he's petting his cat.
Yeah,
her
sure.
cat. Their cats.
They're cats.
Twin cats.
Because they have two cats.
Yeah.
With a nice cup of chamomile.
Oh, yeah. 100%
And
tea
they're
involved.
knitting a little sweater for the kittens there.
There's one of them is wearing
Fuzzy
a
socks?
lady's cardigan, and it's not Samara.
It's not Samara.
Yeah.
And hey, guess what, guys? It's Tuesday, so puzzle night.
I really enjoyed Puzzle Night. That's the worst part of this. I wish you wouldn't have said Puzzle Night.
Well, you know. All right, welcome to this episode of Guys on Draft. As always, we pick a topic and we draft. That's pretty much it.
Why don't you explain to viewers what goes on here?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. We choose a topic and we draft. And then you guys are avid listeners. Some would say crazed listeners.
Raven fans, maybe?
Yeah, raving fans. You guys tell us who won. I think we have to say that Zach won.
I don't know if he won, buddy.
He says he won.
He's only counted TikTok. I had a bunch on Instagram and Facebook. Wow.
I mean, he says he won, so he's he's nestled on the couch.
Sop him up, huh?
It's a cold day on TikTok when everybody resonates with Ben 10 for crying out loud.
Yeah, I'm not. That's not official.
Okay, so unofficially, Zach says he won, but
Good for him.
I think we're going to dispute that. Phil thinks he won. Mark, do you think you won?
Probably not.
And that was best cartoon character, or just best cartoon.
That's right. Yeah. Yep.
So who wants to talk about what our topic is today?
What I want you to do
Yeah,
is get closer to that microphone because you sound like you're in a hallway.
maybe I am.
I'm serious. You're way too far.
Okay,
See how close his face is?
See that?
but he likes
See how close
things
mine?
close to his mouth.
Yeah, but that's why you're always like, this is how you sound.
Yeah.
Back
It's not
here.
far away.
You got to be right up in here. Let the people hear that
sorry.
beautiful voice.
So don't be afraid to tickle it.
So
Just
today,
give it a
as
little-
you mentioned, we're going to be drafting best sitcom, situational comedy characters. Not to be confused with dramas
Yeah.
or soap operas,
dramedies.
dramedies. This is strictly situational comedies, sitcoms.
Sitcoms.
Yeah, which does limit, and I would expect there might be some gaveling, right?
I mean, if anybody's stupid, yeah, probably.
Sitcoms.
I mean, dramedies, some people could argue that they're kind of like,
So this is basically all stuff that's on cable television, right?
No, what?
There's no real sitcoms on like the major networks like HBO and all that. We're not counting that, right? Situational comedy.
Yeah, NBC,
Yeah.
CBS,
Yeah,
that's on regular TV.
That's cable TV.
That's regular TV.
It's cable TV.
You get that with a pair of rabbit ears. So it's not cable TV.
It's called cable TV.
No, it's not.
Oh my God, you're retarded.
Cable TV? No, you're retarded. Who worked for a cable company? Me or you?
Probably you. If I
Yeah.
had to guess.
There you go.
It's probably
Right?
on your resume.
Yeah,
like
sure
that.
is. I wasn't. You want to go?
I feel like
You
that's,
wanna-
he's,
Don't poke the fucking bear over here, okay, bud?
he's starting.
Because you get real fucking sensitive with your profession, don't you?
So
Huh?
what was
Fucking patching up the soldiers in the harbor and shit, right?
so
Okay.
what comes with the regular TV package?
CBS, NBC, ABC, Channel 9, whatever it is, because it's changed so many times.
You get all those for regular TV.
Yeah.
No
Channel-
subscription.
Channel 11, PBS, yeah, and the Spanish channel, Telemundo.
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 Yeah, just pair of
Do
rabbit
the
ears, bud.
sitcoms on Telemundo count?
If you know them.
Of course I do.
Most of the stuff on there is telenovelas, though, like soap opera stuff.
I know. I grew up on Telemundo.
You didn't grow up on nothing.
Telemundo.
Yeah,
did.
just because you're saying that doesn't mean anything.
That's how they used to say it.
Okay.
I used to watch Telemundo a lot.
You used to watch it Saturday mornings, probably.
No, Saturday nights when they flashed like half titties on there and stuff when you were
They
younger.
didn't, they didn't flash half titties.
Yes, they
No,
most certainly
didn't.
did. Oh my God, they did.
What are you saying?
See,
Like
you
a
didn't- you
bikini
didn't-
top? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
you didn't grow up with Telemundo then.
Okay. Too sure I did. All right, let's get into the wheel here, huh?
Yeah, let's get into the wheel. We're gonna spin that wheel.
Get it out.
Let's,
Coughing up protein.
All right,
I'm
Mark.
I'm stuffed full of protein right now.
Yo.
Looks like Mark
Hey, yo.
gets to choose his position first.
I'm going first.
That never happens for him.
Never. That's why I'm going first.
Phil, you get to your choice.
Oh, nice.
I am pulling up the rear.
Bet you is.
So you want first.
Yes.
I'll go second. I like the
and
buffer.
I'll take third, and not because it's my only option.
I respect that, Rocky, that you're not taking it because it's your only option.
Yeah.
I'm going right off the dome here. I'm not even looking at my phone.
Neither am I. I got to figure out a team name. Something
Yeah,
edgy.
I can't think of one.
Edgy?
Something funny.
Team TGIF is what I'm going with.
It's
It's respectable.
it's right
It's
there.
nothing crazy.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Screw it.
I mean, I used to love TGIF Fridays. Right in the mid to late 90s. I'm not going to throw the sitcoms out there to give you guys help, but they had a nice lineup for a few years there.
Who did? Telemundo?
Yeah. You don't know shit about Telemundo.
Know a lot about Telemundo.
Gringo piece of shit.
So what do you guys think right now Zach is doing?
I think Zach is probably what I think. This is what I think. I think they're settling in, they're nestling in. It's raining there for some reason. Not here, but it's raining there.
Yeah.
I think he's petting his cat.
Yeah, for
her
sure.
cat. Their
Well,
cats.
They're cats.
Twin cats.
Because they have two cats.
Yeah.
With a nice cup of chamomile.
Oh yeah. 100%
And
tea involved.
they're knitting a little sweater for the kittens there.
There's
So
probably
what's going on.
there are probably some tea cookies or tea sandwiches
Mm-hmm.
involved.
I think there's probably at least a pint of Ben and Jerry's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're definitely watching HDTV, like some renovation show, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one of them is wearing
Fuzzy
a
socks?
lady's cardigan, and it's not Samara.
It's not Samara.
Yeah, it's not Samara.
This sounds about right.
Is he smoking a pipe yet, or?
I don't think the cardigan goes with the pipe. I think he's probably humming like a Taylor Swift song, though.
No, Harry Styles. And hey, guess what, guys? It's Tuesday, so puzzle night.
Puzzle night.
They're putting together a puzzle of the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, probably made a nice
Sweet.
tuna fish casserole that they share with the cats.
Delicious.
That they share with the cats.
Yes. One bowl for the family.
Yeah.
What's fucked up is I really enjoyed puzzle night. That's the worst part of this. I wish you wouldn't have said puzzle night.
Well,
That makes sense. You're right.
puzzles don't make you a bad guy.
No.
They make Zach a bad guy.
Oh, although I do remember coming to your house and you gave me a great tip for Mod Podging
Did you give him a good tip?
your puzzles so that you can make them into artwork.
Yeah, I did. I probably did.
Have you been to his house?
Yeah. Dude, we used to record in his house.
Oh, yeah, you did come there. You definitely took up a lot of space in that room. I remember.
Yeah, I was thinner then.
Anyways, all right. So,
That's sad.
All right. I'm coming out.
this is a strong first.
I'm coming out the gate swinging.
It's a good one. That would have been third round for me, but yeah, it's a good
No,
one.
man. Coming right out the gate. Team Enemies is taking Urkel. Urkel, one of the greatest situational comedy names of all time. One of the very few, often repeatable. Even today's generation, they have no idea who the hell he is. But guess what? They say a lot of shit that he said. Did I do that? They do all of that nowadays.
that's true.
They do.
He's a very quotable character.
It's a very strong pick. Yeah.
I like that pick.
I like
Boom. And now I'm done.
You shot your
I
wad.
think so.
So there's a lot of
It's a
places
lot
I
like
could go
real
here.
life there. Took about 30 seconds.
That'd be great.
Well,
30 seconds,
I don't-
a quick bath and a snore.
there's a lot.
There's a lot, yeah. I think honestly, I think this is your forte. Like as
I
far
don't
as
like that you're doing that.
no situational comedies, I feel like you know them better than
He's saying it because you were a cable guy.
I don't know why he's saying that. I think he's trying to blow smoke up my ass.
no.
Put pressure on
No,
me.
I think that this is like a genre you really like.
TV?
Well, situational comedies.
You like sitcoms.
I do, but not only. I think you like.
You live there.
Yeah, you live there. That's right.
I think. Hey, whatever. Thanks.
I thought
Thanks.
it
It
was
means
a
a,
compliment.
it means a lot. No,
I
it means
think
a
it
lot.
was.
I thought it was a compliment.
No,
seems-
it means a lot.
It was draped in a lot of mystery, though.
I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know where it's going. So that's why the reaction. So I'm gonna keep acting tough till I figure out what your angle is. So many places to go. Do I go Office here? Because Rocky's just chomping at the bit to go Office.
Yeah.
Do I cut his nuts off here, or do I go where I want to go in West Philadelphia? Do I go there? Because that's where I'm really thinking of going.
Really?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. But
It depends on who you.
it
pick
sure
in there.
does. Yeah. Maybe I'm not picking the guy you're thinking of.
No, right.
No, there's only one pick there.
Yeah, but it's tough. I'm really stalling for time. Wish
You
you
are.
guys would jump in and talk.
I think that you should go with
Usually
your
when
gut.
the guy's picking here, you're supposed to talk. That you fucking
but-
fill the time.
But it's been a long time.
But because I've had to talk the whole time.
And this was also your category. I mean, I thought you were prepared.
Well, no, I'm not prepared at all.
It sounded like you were
No.
pre-game.
Not really. I just was.
Because I was like, are we doing sitcoms? You're like, it's sitcom characters.
I'm decisive and I try to get things done.
But I just figured that you were really, you were like, I already have my list in my head.
Talk to Rocky.
I've said sitcom characters.
Love of God.
Trying to stall for you.
You're talking to me.
I mean, I think you know. Where you
No,
wanna go.
shut up. I don't know where to go. I really
I
don't.
think you know where you want to go.
No, I don't.
Why can't I think of sitcoms at this point?
It's tough because there's so many.
There are so many. Oh man. So I went with a classic.
I like Urkel. Urkel was a good situational comedy.
It was.
Yeah.
He was in. I would venture to guess he had to have been in every episode,
And
right?
I don't know why you're struggling all this time just to write Mr. Brady. Just put it down. Just put it down. You liked his hair. You liked how he dressed.
You don't even know his name.
I never watched
I'm going with Martin.
it. Oh, geez.
Martin Lawrence.
Surprise. It's a surprise.
It
This
a
is one of my
surprise.
all-time favorite sitcoms.
Really?
Oh yeah, I love Martin. You don't like Martin, right?
It had its moment. It did.
You're white though, so
Yeah, it had its moment.
it's not your culture. I get it.
No, I liked a lot of. I mean, I went Urkel first for crying out loud.
Yeah, but that was come on.
I think he's saying
the same
something
thing.
about Urkel.
What do you mean? Not the same thing, dude. It's centered
Urkel,
around.
that was mainstream. Yeah, I know they were black in Chicago, but that's a mainstream show. Martin was more,
I was worried about
you had to be there. You had to be watching Def Comedy Jam.
Oh, I watched the shit out of Def Comedy Jam.
Yeah, you played basketball. I remember. Go.
You don't even know who emceed
Who emceed
Def
what?
Comedy Jam.
Martin was one of the MCs. DL Hughley also. No,
Who started it?
Russell Simmons.
no.
That wasn't for you.
He's not the MC. No, he just created it.
He created it.
Who was the
started
first
it.
MC?
You tell me,
I don't remember.
Mister. This is my genre.
I never said this is my genre.
It's getting deep here.
Well, he's not telling me who's the first MC. I just named two of them.
Yeah,
So tell me the other one.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Okay, so I
It
was,
makes a lot of sense.
I was kind of worried about going third.
Uh-huh.
I really was. But
Why?
Because I was like, well, I think they'll take my people.
We have different sensibilities.
Yeah, we do. And but so this works out well because again, this is who I really like.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go first.
And then you go again.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to write the whole name out, but we thank you for
do.
that. Yeah.
But team, that's what I said.
The office of like I said.
Dwight Schrute. Yeah, I everything about Dwight made me laugh.
Yeah.
Just inappropriate.
Oh, look at you.
I almost lost. And I'm going to follow that.
Got you nervous.
I'm going to follow that really quickly with, I think, one of the greatest roles
That's a good pick here.
in all of situational comedy,
You
Parks
son
and Rec.
of a bitch! I thought I was
Ron
going to get him.
Swanson.
Here,
Ron Swanson.
Can I say something though?
Everything he uttered was hilarious.
If they told me, and they being somebody that doesn't exist, pick Rocky's first two picks in this draft, That's what I would have picked.
Well, then you would have won.
I mean,
unlike
straight
last
out of
week when you
Central
lost
Casting. No,
cartoons.
I actually won the cartoons, buddy.
I would have picked him. I figured him more of a Michael Scott guy than a Dwight Schrute guy.
No. I mean, Michael Scott's a great character.
He's a lot
but
like
to
Michael
me,
Scott, though.
I tend to like the supporting, like the comedy sensibilities of the supporting cast. So for me, it's Dwight and Ron Swanson. Everything Ron Swanson said made me laugh. Just about.
All right.
My turn again, all right?
Can respect that. He had one of my favorite Ron Swanson quotes was, you don't half-ass a bunch of things, you whole-ass one thing.
Yeah, I liked when he discovered the typewriter and he was writing notes to random things that made him angry.
Yes.
And he wrote a note to Canada. And he just said, "Dear Canada, fuck you."
I like Canada, all right?
I like Canada too, but he didn't. Ron didn't. So.
Ron Swanson, it's a good pick. I don't like the Dwight pick as much in the first round.
I love Dwight.
Like, I probably go Michael Scott over Dwight.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I get that. So you can go Michael Scott right now.
No, I'm not going Michael Scott. I'm going Doug Heffernan from The King of Queens, which is one of my other favorite.
It's a respectable pick.
Overrated show to me.
Oh, well, because
no, King of Queens was a great show.
come on.
It's a funny show. I'm not denying it, but it's overrated.
According to who? You?
Yeah, 100% according to me.
Good thing. What you think doesn't matter, right?
I think it does to a lot of our.
That's a respectable
I don't
pick.
think so.
He was every man's man.
Exactly.
He
But
was-
Rocky's not that, so you got to put that into perspective.
He was-
Rocky's not
He was married out of his
relating.
league.
I actually, and I'm blanking on his friend's name on the show.
Which one?
The not UPS, but the company he worked for is
UPS, yeah.
the driver, black guy.
They were all, I forget his name. Wow, why can't I remember his name?
I actually met him.
What's his name?
I actually went to church with that guy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was really cool.
What was
cool about it?
We're at church one Sunday.
Uh-huh.
Look behind me, and I'm like, "Holy crap!" And I said, "Trish, and I forget his character's name. I feel bad now.
I can't remember it either.
But we ended up talking for about 25 minutes. He was a big New York sports fan, grew up in New York.
Yeah.
So we talked about that. He
Cool.
liked the Mets, not the Yankees.
You're celebrity whore, huh?
I was a little
Starstruck, huh?
Yeah, a
But
little
you hate the
starstruck.
show. It makes a lot of sense. Great pick by
I don't
Phil.
hate the show.
Great pick by Phil. It's
hate
a
the
great,
show.
I mean,
I said it's a standard pick for a white
it's not
guy
no.
in his 30s.
I just picked Martin first. You've never even watched an
another
episode of
standard.
Martin.
I've watched.
Oh, you haven't.
I like how you call him Martin too.
What, you pronounce his name the right way?
Martin.
Martin. How do you say it?
Huh?
How do you say it?
Martin.
Martin Lawrence.
Martin?
Martin.
I'm sorry, guys.
Martin with a T.
Hey, you guys are just
All right.
higher class than me. I'm sorry.
You guys left me with an absolute steal here in round
I'm
two.
sure you did.
And I'm going with the funniest man in any sitcom.
Nope.
And I actually thought about a sitcom that wasn't on regular TV or cable TV. And that
Yeah,
was
you're going to take my guy.
Eastbound and Down, Mr. Kenny Powers.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's
Kenny
more
fucking
recent, but he's pretty
Powers.
funny, yeah.
Kenny Powers is a great pick here.
It is a good pick.
And it's going to resonate.
I don't know if it's going to resonate, but it's a good pick.
It's going to resonate. It's really hard to juggle this and the microphone without it falling off your lap.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you should call your boyfriend and ask him how he does it.
Yeah, it probably sits on the base.
So-
I love the silence out
So
there.
I go, this is me, and no, wait, you go again.
Yeah, he
no,
does.
it's me
That's right,
again.
Rocky. And then it's me
And I'm going to go now with my favorite sitcom on TV
on TV right now.
right now. And that's
Still,
on
you're watching sitcoms?
that's on Apple TV, and that's Ted Lasso.
Yeah. I never watched it.
Oh
so.
man, no, great show.
Yeah.
It's a
It is a
fantastic
great
show.
show, but I would gavel that it's not a pure comedy.
I can't because I've never seen it.
I'm not going to though, but I would say I would gavel, but he hasn't seen it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to put him in that awkward spot. I think it's more of a dramedy. There's a lot of heartfelt, touching.
Well, I mean, Urkel, Family Matters was a dramedy too. I mean, there was a lot of
That's
heart,
true.
but there were a lot of lessons.
You know
there.
what? We didn't put enough barriers here, so I don't think you could do it.
Yeah, you haven't seen it, so I don't want to put you in that awkward position.
God damn, I won this already.
Okay.
Hey, listen,
Those last two
I'm picking
picks.
the guys I love, so I think I win no matter what.
That's it. I think we're all going to think we won, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm not going to waste
place
any
to be.
time. I'm going with the guy I thought you were going with when you said HBO. And It's a guy connected with another huge show we haven't mentioned yet, but he's my favorite. I'm going Larry David.
Good.
Curb Your
That's a
Enthusiasm.
solid
You guys
pick.
have seen that show?
That's both
Seen
a
it.
name, his name, and the show. That's a good job.
Well, that's not the show.
Well, it's Curb Your Enthusiasm, but
Well, I'm saying
Everybody-
it's him. It's his real name. Yeah, I get where you're digging up there. I don't think you can argue with Larry David on this list.
No, that's a solid pick.
I don't think you can argue with it.
my problem is I'm trying to go
Are we sexist?
more current.
Are we
Maybe,
sexist?
maybe. Well, it's because women generally aren't funny.
Oh wow.
That's sexist.
Yes.
Just kidding, Ellen. You're a hoot.
So
You're trying to be more current. So go with your heart, huh? I don't watch any comedy. I mean, sitcoms currently, so I can't be current.
I think this is. I mean, this is top 8, maybe top 5
Well, that's a big difference.
situational comedies of all time.
Okay.
I think it brought in a generation, a different type of comedies on TV. And this guy, Cosmo Kramer, every time he entered the room, it made me laugh.
No, he was funny.
Yeah, it's a funny
I'll
guy.
give you that.
I like Jerry, I like Elaine, I like them all, but I like Cosmo the best.
He wasn't my favorite on that show, but I liked him a
Well, I
lot.
like them too.
Yeah.
I like
Don't name other names.
no, I like I like comedians that are kind of like
Goofy?
not goofy. They're
He's goofy.
pratfalling. You know what do you call that when you're
Physical comedy?
Physical comedy. I really like physical
I
comedy.
bet you do.
So Cosmo Kramer,
And you got another pick here, huh?
I do. And the problem is I want to go really old school,
You should do it.
but I feel like
How old were you?
I'm already kind of. I'd like to find somebody more current,
Yeah.
and there's a plethora.
That's the struggle.
So I think what I'm gonna go is, I don't know if you guys have seen this show, but it's Arrested Development,
Oh yeah.
and I'm gonna go Gob.
Ah, dude.
Is that really more recent than anything else you have on there?
Well, it's more recent than Seinfeld for sure,
That's about it, yeah.
but I love that. Some of the greatest lines ever uttered on TV were uttered by him.
Job is absolutely awesome. That's a fantastic show. That show was deemed too funny for television. They said that the America's average attention span was not great enough to get the long running jokes.
I all joking aside,
Sure, that's what
the
that's what
greatest
happened.
line ever, maybe on TV, I think, was in this show. And that was where his father kept telling him, put your tricks away. And he goes, it's illusions. A trick is something a whore does for money. One of the best lines. Best lines. It had me hooked. That was it.
Yeah, that's a great show. Oh man,
Well, I
love the fact
am
that
actually
Netflix.
running away from you guys.
I love the
Well,
fact that Netflix.
it's all
Netflix
your
brought that
favorite
back.
character. Like, all right, look, I wouldn't have picked that
Wouldn't
from
have.
that show. I wouldn't have picked him from that show. So
Yeah, you wouldn't.
this one's solid. Well, I'm just saying that's your own sensibilities.
That's
You
why I
redeemed
feel like I
yourself.
won.
You
Yeah.
redeemed yourself with
Well,
Swanson and
be
Job.
self-aware of what's going on. Don't just think that you actually won, right?
Oh, I won.
All right.
Job was a great character in that show, but he was the second funniest character on that show.
There were a lot of funny characters.
Yeah.
And I thought about another one.
Yeah, David Cross's character is by far the funniest character on that show.
I just felt like a lot of people who weren't in tune with that show would
Yeah,
know
they
this
wouldn't-
character, then they wouldn't know. They would know Ron. Is it Ron Arnett, right? Is that
Will Arnett.
Will Arnett.
Will Arnett.
Yeah.
I feel like they know him, but
Yeah.
they might not know.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so for my next pick, Team TGIF is going. I don't know if I'm going right. I mean, the show's still active, so I guess that's current. Show's been on. I think we're going into season. What season is it? 17, 16?
Oh shit! Are you
And
taking my guy?
I don't know if there was a couple guys I could pick from the show, and I had a hard time deciding. But going with the one that I think was the craziest and the funniest, and that's Dennis
All
from
right.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Who did you think? Oh, is it the same show?
I went Charlie Kelly.
Okay, yeah, that's who I was trying to decide between. But I don't think I could go wrong with either one. So I mean, it's going to be a good pick. But
They were the two I was between.
I
as
just
well.
loved. He's just unhinged, man. Especially after like the third season, the Dennis system. the implication of danger, all that stuff. It's pretty ridiculous.
One of my favorite, most memorable scenes in all of their seasons was when he brings the chick home, and I think it's during one of the episodes where he's not showering for a little while.
Yes.
And he comes up out of the missionary position. He's like, he just showcases his brilliance.
That show, Jesus. When they moved to the suburbs, do you remember that?
I stopped watching around season 11. I lost it, but what's great about it is there's 6 seasons that I still have to watch. Which is,
you got to get back into it. Have you watched?
I haven't watched as much as you guys clearly, but I cannot make fun of those. Either one, it's a good choice.
When gas prices went up, remember that episode?
No, wait.
They were filling like all the.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
They were filling everything with gas. Oh my God, that show is fantastic.
Yeah,
so
that's a good show.
So that was nice. It was a nice little segue. It took me right into my 4th pick, which is Charlie Kelly.
Yeah.
You know, you can't argue with a guy that huffs paint, eats glue, and
bird law.
Cat. The cat food cracks me up. Remember when he had Dee was sleeping over the house?
Milk steak.
Steak. And the fact that he's dyslexic, the whole thing is hilarious.
Yeah.
But
he can't read.
He had Dee sleeping over the house, and she's like, "What is that awful noise?" He's like, "Oh, it's the cats outside." He's like, "Quick!" He's like, "Eat this and then take a huff of this." And he's like, "You pass right out. You don't even hear them." Hysterical.
That show. You got to watch that show.
It's amazing. Well, I think I watched the first season.
Yeah.
And then for some reason I feel like we lost the channel.
FX it was on, right? Or comedy. I forget what it was on back then, but that show, like, all right, so we don't have to get into it, but they really hit their stride like second half of season 3.
Yeah.
The first 2 seasons, I mean, they were crazy back then, but they really started getting like who they were, like who they still are, like late season 3.
And what was unique?
Like, the greatest shows kind of build.
Yeah.
And it's like those middle seasons where the characters.
What was really unique about that show too is around like season 7 or 8, there was a contemplation like, do we pony up and do we pay these guys what they're currently worth for each episode, or does the show go off air? And at this point, pretty much everybody had like hit their stride. So Mac was filthy rich and producing. Charlie Day was in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Glenn was the only one that wasn't in a whole lot of stuff because even Olsen, Caitlin, she had like the Mick, like they're very successful. And then they continue on for another 9 seasons afterwards. I mean, it just shows that like they're, pretty tight-knit group of people and great show.
They have a podcast too.
Yeah, podcast.
I would definitely watch that. Like that's in my future to watch.
Yeah, you got to watch that.
100%. Yeah. That's one of those ones, like the go-tos for me that I can just rewatch episodes. It's always Sunny, Arrested Development.
Yeah. And you hate Philly.
Yeah, well, that's the only good thing to come out of Philly.
Yeah.
All right, so for my last one, we're gonna transition from Philly to New York City, and
I think you're taking my guy.
My last pick here is Detective Jake Peralta.
Freaking heck!
From
I thought I could
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. No way! How do you think you're gonna get Andy Samberg on this podcast with your last pick?
Andy Samberg is one of the greatest to me.
One of the greatest?
He just many of his movies and shows are iconic.
Yes.
I love Hot Rod.
Hot Rod is great.
Could watch that all the time.
Super underrated movie.
Hot Rod is great.
Fantastic.
Yeah, who wins? What is it? Who wins between a taco and a what kind of sandwich was it?
I don't know. You're digging deep there.
Yeah.
No,
I remember
great.
Punch Dancing.
And he broke into SNL. Actually, his one of his audition skits was picked up as one of his first shorts, and that was the Laser Cats.
Yeah, Laser Cats, ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then he being a part of Lonely Island, some of their songs are just friggin' hysterical.
Yeah. Well, didn't he had the song with the?
And then I jizzed in my pants.
What is it? Gosh, I'm blanking on the song.
What?
Lazy Sunday. That's what it was. That was one of the greatest.
Yeah. He's all over the place, man. He did Dick in a Box with
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
JT as we call him in my house when we're making sweet.
Why would you call out his name?
Because his music's on in the background.
Okay.
Sure, your wife isn't calling out his name.
He's
You
not.
walked into that, man.
Yeah, yeah. You kind of teed that up. All right. Last pick here, huh? All right.
Oh man, we're gonna have to cut some dead air here.
There it goes.
For as funny as this content should be, we're struggling with
Okay.
words.
So you said your show that you can watch anytime.
Yes,
And that's Arrested Development.
I can watch it a bunch.
And what else was it?
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Eastbound and Down.
I've got Arrested Development. I've got the Office is one I can just turn on and it doesn't matter. Like anywhere you pick up, you're gonna laugh.
I think the outtakes from The Office are better than the actual show. Some of the outtakes are hysterical. Some of them. One I forget the character's name, but he's in the break room with Dwight and Jesus Christ, Dwight and Jim, and he's talking about how he earned his black belt in an online karate course.
Oh, yeah, I seen that.
Those outtakes, they're hysterical.
All right, so my 5th pick. Thanks for the stall there, buddies. I'm coming back around to The Office, and I'm taking Mr. Michael Scott.
That's a solid pick
In the 5th round, I mean, to me, he's my favorite character on that show.
Yeah.
He's just great. I mean, he's absurd. I think he makes the whole thing go.
Yeah.
Love Dwight. I love Jim. But
Yeah. Without Michael Scott, I mean, that show doesn't work, right? If he doesn't
evident
drive the show
after he left,
yeah.
it kind of fell off a cliff.
Yes, it did. Which is crazy because it was all like pretty much pre-written for them with the English version of The Office.
I did like D'Angelo though in season 7. Will Ferrell coming in for like 2-3 episodes.
It was solid. It was solid.
I loved the juggling, the air juggling. Do you remember that?
That was great. Do you know that he actually opens some of his shows now with that?
Doing that?
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
So it's become like one of his.
So when he introduced himself to The Office as the new manager, he did a performance. It was him juggling, but he had nothing in his hand. So he was just he's like getting somebody to throw another fake one in, and he's like
he hadn't brought his instruments.
yeah.
And somebody says, "Oh, I've got mine in the car," and he goes, "They never touch another man's instruments." Great line, yeah. Then he bounced it off Phyllis's head.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
He's retarded.
The one character that I missed that I thought that they got rid of him too soon. I always forget his name. He's the scrawny guy that was in Inglourious Bastards. What the hell is his name? He produces a lot of stuff now too. I always forget his name. I don't know why.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
It was
He
one
of the writers.
It was
It was Ryan.
Ryan, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
he was. When did they? He
Well,
was
they-
around for a while.
He was out for like a season
Yeah.
because I think he was doing that movie, but he was actually one of the main writers for
Yeah.
The Office too.
Yeah.
But then he
And they
came
brought him
back,
back
right?
on, yeah.
And then he was like in the main office or something.
Yeah. Yes.
That was a funny storyline.
All right. So for my last, this is more recent, but I'm going to go Winston Schmid
I don't even
from
know.
New Girl.
I don't even know what it
It's-
is.
If you have not seen that show, you would love it. I'm telling you, it's a great show. It's going to resonate with a little bit younger crowd.
There's only 2 things on that show that I seen that were great. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know much about that show.
Neither do I.
It's honestly like, all joking aside,
Yeah.
watch it. It's funny. They got several good characters. Nick is a hilarious character. He's kind of like a screw up from Boston. And then Schmid is kind of like this stereotypical, I don't know, it's just hilarious.
You're trying real hard here.
No, I feel good with
I'm
this.
judging you.
So it's Cheers. It's Cheers for the new generation.
No, it's better than Cheers.
Better than Cheers?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, did Cheers make it on any of our list?
Well, this is not a best sitcoms list. It's
It's
characters.
characters, so you would think that one of the
I
characters-
considered a character
I
from.
considered Woody.
I considered Frasier because he got a spinoff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but what show would you consider? Because I think he was better. He became.
Well,
Frasier
yeah,
and
I'm
Frasier.
just. I like Cheers, so it's hard for me to hear you say it's better than Cheers, Rocky.
I like the theme song.
Sam Malone, I mean, come on.
Southern Sam.
Cheers was good. Norm,
Okay,
She was
so
a
what
good
about
show.
honorable mentions for you guys?
Well, I think we kind of already segued into this, but now that we're
Yeah,
bringing
yeah.
it back, we'll mention that this was the segue.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
think,
Carlton Banks.
Carlton Banks is that's the only way. That's the only
Yeah.
place you could go with that show.
Yeah,
Modern Family, man. I think there's a plethora of characters on Modern Family that
I
could.
think it's
So who
hard.
would be your-
Respectable.
I mean, but who's your favorite?
It's hard to pick one from that show.
Is it
Yeah.
Cameron?
No,
Is
it's
it Bill
definitely
Dunphy?
it's
Is
definitely
it-
Phil Dunphy.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Just that naive.
he was the Michael Scott of that show.
Yeah, for sure. But I think that show probably could have survived without a Phil Dunphy, though, just because I think the supporting cast was very, very tight.
That's true.
I mean, what about like one of mine I thought about?
George. I didn't pick George because it's essentially Larry David. I mean, it is the same. They wrote George is Larry David on Seinfeld.
Yeah, but it is a great character.
Yeah.
It is. What about Al Bundy? Like I thought about
I
Al,
thought
Al
about
Bundy
Al
is really
Bundy.
damn. I would have picked Al Bundy if I remembered.
Al Bundy.
Really?
Yeah,
He was-
I loved
I
Al
thought about
Bundy.
him a bunch of
Yeah.
times.
Second greatest line in TV history. Remember when Peg says, "Al, tell me you love me," and he goes, "Peggy, I love beer. I love bowling. I won't dirty the word by using it on you." The greatest line.
But if you go on YouTube and just look at Al Bundy roasting,
Yeah.
it's like 5 minutes straight of him just tell. The show could never happen now, but him selling shoes at the
no.
store, he just always had great one-liners. I mean, that's a good call. Damn, I can't believe I forgot him.
That was like in our early marriage. I used to do that to just piss Trish off.
Yeah.
I love this. I love that. I won't dirty it by using the word on you.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a great line.
Al Bundy, that was a good one.
What about like old like this is going way back. I don't know if you guys ever watch reruns of like Archie Bunker.
Yeah, I mean,
Pretty funny.
it was. Yeah, I mean, it's just
Old, but
too
pretty
old
funny.
for me
Yeah, yeah.
for to really like say I connected with it.
Yeah, a lot of that really really old stuff too was definitely teetering on the offensive list.
Well,
yeah,
but
Sanford and
but-
Son was the same way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there was a
because-
lot of that.
Well, but Archie Bunker like was written to call out racism,
Yeah,
and they allowed like Archie to be like the foil.
Yeah,
But I think a lot of America didn't get it and kind of like aligned with what he
I
had
think
to say.
Uncle Joey's a good one. Full House,
yeah.
cut it out. Uncle Joey was good.
Yeah, I forgot,
Uncle Jesse. A lot of people on the Olsen twins.
Yeah.
I forgot that. Yeah.
What
I forgot all about that show.
Yeah, it's a good one. I thought about that too.
I thought about that show too.
You remember? Oh man, what's
I'm trying to think, man. I'm deep in the weeds here.
I don't know,
Tobias,
about-
Tobias Funk?
Tobias, that's his name.
Tobias Funk, yeah.
Tobias
Have you ever watched
Funke.
Arrested Development? You kind of
like first when it came out.
It really grows on you. You got to give it like a season.
All right, I'll give it a season.
That whole never nude.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That
And
was-
when he becomes a
who's the
blue
kid?
man, he's like, "Oh, I just blew myself."
Kirk Cameron. What was
Cameron was
Growing
in,
Pains.
Who's the
Growing
Boss?
Pains?
Oh, no.
Tony Danza is a good one too.
Tony
Who's the boss?
Danza,
Yeah, who's the boss?
Ray Barone would have been a good one.
Oh, Charles in Charge.
Ray
Charles.
Barone would have been a good one. Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Yeah. Although I think his
I
brother's
Charles.
character.
Wow, I
Oh,
cannot
think his
believe
dad.
we
his
left the
dad or
goat.
his-
We left the goat off this list.
What's that?
Who you-
Fonz.
No,
Oh no, go! Come on,
come on.
Henry Winkler. Are you kidding
It
me?
wasn't that funny.
no.
Well, I guess yeah, but
You know.
he was. We're talking about best sitcom characters. We're not talking about
Costanza-
funniest.
Jerry Stiller in Seinfeld was friggin' hysterical.
Ah,
too.
Jerry
I loved his
Stiller in
character.
King of Queens.
It was
Yeah,
hysterical.
yeah, he was a great actor.
He was funny, man.
He can nail it. I mean, he had one role, but he nailed it.
Yeah, he was the same guy on King of Queens.
Remember
For
on
sure.
Seinfeld where they invent the bro?
The brazier, the man's ear.
The man's
Man's
ear.
ear, but they
The
fight
bro.
about can't get the bro.
You guys ever watch a show called Party Down?
No, that sounds crazy.
So short-lived, 3 seasons. Couple of you would know a lot of the characters that are in it, and hysterical show.
Is this all right?
What channel?
That was on HBO, I believe.
Yeah, so like HBO, it's hit or miss because I haven't always had it.
Yeah.
So like I feel like I missed entire great shows, but just missed them. Like I'm trying to think of the one that I just
Yeah.
started watching, but I can't remember now the name.
All right, I feel like we're winding down. That was
We
a
are
good.
winding down.
It was a
Let's go-
fun show.
let's go through our list.
Motherfucker.
I'm stretching here for
For content, yeah. We've got enough.
You've got your
All
got
right.
your list.
For Team 1, enemies took Urkel, Kenny Powers, Ted Lasso, Charlie Kelly, and Detective Jake Peralta.
All right, Team TGIF took at number 1 Martin Lawrence, 2 Doug Heffernan, Larry David. Do you know his last name on the show? I can't remember it.
Dennis.
I can't help you there.
Yeah, no. I can't.
It's not coming to me.
Dennis from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Michael Scott
I think Michael Scott was a good one at 5.
in round 5. I was
The
surprised.
funniest part about your team is none of them were on Fridays.
That is very true.
Team, that's what I said. Chose Dwight Schrute, Ron Swanson,
Your best pick by
Cosmo
far.
Kramer,
Yeah.
Gob Bluth, and Winston Schmid.
Yeah,
Don't know who that last one is, but number 2 should seal your fate.
Ron Swanson was a good pick.
Ron Swanson, Cosmo, classics. People think. Anyways,
Cosmo, I mean.
we appreciate you guys
Yeah.
listening.
Yep.
We want you to come and watch us on YouTube. You can listen to
Heyo.
us on anything that you listen to podcasts.
Yep.
We're on every social media: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, what else?
Twitter.
Twitter, yeah. So subscribe. Give us a chance, guys. Every week we're here busting our ass for you.
Yeah.
Can you just subscribe and give us a review?
Yeah.
For the love of God, we deserve something.
Why are you talking to me?
Just type something. Type anything.
At GON Podcast.
Shit, you can hate us for all we care. We don't care because
We've
it's,
been at
it's
this for
content.
like 2 years. For the love of God, throw us a bone.
Yeah.
You
He
know?
wants a bone back.
I mean, we're good people. You know, there's some people out there that are real shitty people, and they have very successful podcasts, and they're real like shitbags.
Yeah.
They're hardcore d-bag degenerate scum suckers.
All right, hey. All right. Hey, thanks, guys.
Thanks. Zach, we miss you. Get an oatmeal cookie for us.
Yeah. Enjoy the puzzle.
Put on your pink cardigan for us. You know,
The red. He go red, not
Yeah,
pink.
maybe.
Give him a little bit of respect.
He looks like a peach.
it
guy.
was red, but then he washed it with other
Salmon,
stuff,
salmon.
and it became like
Fuchsia.
Anyway, peace, guys. We appreciate you.
What's the matter? I told you not to put my cardigan.